wanted to talk a little bit about kind of a form of taking care of yourself. In social work, as a student, we are taught a lot about performing something called self-care. I don't like the phrase self-care, could not tell you why, I just say taking care of yourself. We are taught that it is extremely crucial to be performing acts of self-care on a daily basis, no matter what your idea of that is or what your current career is. This applies to everyone from students to social workers to human service representatives to doctors. And the acts of self-care you perform aren't always going to be huge things like taking a bubble bath or going to the spa. You can't do that every day. Like that's not logical for your finances. That's not logical for your time. However, something you can do is learn to find joy in the little things all around you. Now, what does that mean? That means really taking time to take notice of the things that bring you joy every day. And I don't know a better way to explain it to you other than to talk about some of the little things that bring me joy on a daily basis. So let's talk about some of the just little things that, even if they pop into my head when I start thinking about them, really make me happy. The first thing is nature. I love nature. I have these windows in my room that look right out to the trees in front of me. My neighborhood has a lot of trees in it. I live on an acre of land. My backyard is beautiful. It's very nice. I love to just sit outside. I have 2 dogs that are literally on my bed right now, and they love to go outside. They love to be outside, and sometimes I have to sit outside with them, and I really like doing that. So whenever I'm out there, I really try to just sit and take notice of it. Next up is Sailor Moon. I love Sailor Moon. If you know me, you know Sailor Moon is my favorite anime. I've actually only ever seen 5 anime in my life. I'm not an anime nerd. I just love Sailor Moon. I watched it when I was a little kid, when it was the Cloverway and the Deke dub, and right now I'm rewatching the new Viz dub, and I'm gonna watch Crystal pretty soon. But when I say Sailor Moon, I mean specifically the 90s anime Sailor Moon. I follow accounts on Instagram that are just retro Sailor Moon posts and stuff like that, and whenever they come up on my feed, they make me really happy. Whenever the thought just pops in my head or I see something, it's a little thing that really, really makes me happy. Next is Dance Moms. I love Dance Moms so much. I cannot express to you how much I love Dance Moms. I don't follow the Dance Moms account on Instagram because it's really not that cool. But my YouTube feed is full of Dance Moms clips, and sometimes I just watch a 2-minute Dance Moms clip, and that makes my day. When I have those moments when I can just sit there and I'm like, Dance Moms meme, or Dance Moms clip, I'm really able to just sit there and be like, really thankful this show exists. Next up is my little puppies. They're literally, Sandy just looked at me. They're both so sweet. I'll put pictures of them up. They're the cutest little creatures on the planet. I love them both so much. Just waking up and then being there, seeing them around my house, taking them outside, taking them on walks, even when they're bothering me to feed them or take them out. It's something I'm really thankful for because I love them both so much and they both bring me so much joy. Another thing is yogi tea. Have y'all heard of that tea? Most people have. I like most of their teas. I would say my favorite is probably the Positive Energy Sweet Tangerine tea. It's just something that I can really quickly make and I can drink. I can't drink multiple a day because stuff is expensive. But I love yogi tea. I love yogi tea a lot. Next is running. I love to go on runs, and it's really cold outside right now, and I am a little baby when it comes to the cold. I'm a child. I can't handle it. So sometimes I'll do indoor cardio exercises if I feel like it. I'll run in place, or I'll get on YouTube and find one that I can do. I like cardio a lot. If you ask anyone, they will tell you that my favorite way to exercise is either do abs or cardio. And then that leads into the next thing that I love, which is stretching. I love stretching, and stretching and running really don't take that much time out of my day. They take maybe 10 minutes, and then I stretch right after I run. So the whole ordeal altogether to stretch, run, and then shower takes me about 20-30 minutes, and that's really not that much time out of your day when you think about the grand scheme of things. But even if I don't run, sometimes I will just warm my body up a little bit by moving, and then I will stretch. I will just start stretching. I love the sensation it gives me. I love the new energy that I feel entering my body. It feels very rejuvenating to stretch. And it's just something that I try to do every day that really keeps me active. It keeps my body feeling good, and it helps me psychologically feel good, of course, because it's something I enjoy doing. Next is taking pretty notes. So we all have to take notes for school, obviously, and I actually make my notes like really, really pretty. Like I organize them to look nice. Here, I'll go grab a set of my notes so I can show you. Okay, I have my human behavior binder so I can show you. My psychoanalytic theory notes. They're so pretty. My chapter 4 notes, front, back, more chapter 4 notes. This is very typical of my notes. There's more pages of that. There's like binders and binders because that's how I take notes. But it's really a little thing I get to do throughout my day that brings me a lot of joy. Next up is candles. I love candles so much. I literally have a candle like in my windowsill. It's pumpkin spice scented. It's really nice because, you know, fall. Candles just make me really happy. They're really easy to light. My best friend will only buy scentless candles. I don't know why. She just only buys scentless candles. I mostly own scented candles, and scented candles just bring me so much joy. They make things smell like basically whatever I want them to, and it's just a really cute little thing. I love the way they look. It's just, they make me happy. They're these little things that like are so cheap and normally so easy to get, but bring me an exponential amount of joy. Next is something kind of weird. Seasonal ambiance music. There's specifically a channel called Calmed by Nature that I love. And I love their seasonal like coffee shop ambiance sounds. I'm currently like using the, I think it's the Autumn Cozy Coffee Shop soundtrack. It's really cute. Like if you look up, I'll put a link to their YouTube channel below, but I use it whenever I study or when I'm doing something that requires my attention, like my full undivided attention. If I'm not doing something that requires my full undivided attention, I'm usually listening to like a podcast or something like that. But I love this music. It's very relaxing. It's not very distracting, but it gives me this wonderful feeling inside of me. It's all warm and fuzzy and I love it. And lastly, scrolling through reels. I love scrolling through reels. Something that my boyfriend does that actually makes me very happy and is like super sweet is he sends me reels throughout the day because that reminds me that he's thinking of me. I do the same thing for him because it's just my way of telling him I'm thinking of him. Sometimes I text him, but he doesn't always have like the time to like send me a text. Like I will send him a text that's like, I love you, or I'll tell him what I'm doing. And sometimes he just doesn't have the time to do that. So like a simple thing he can do is send me a reel. Scrolling through reels makes me really happy for a lot of reasons. One, I'll run into a lot of the things I mentioned on this list that make me happy. I get Sailor Moon reels. I get Dance Moms reels. I get reels of animals. I love animals. I get reels of nature. I get reels about candles. That's actually how I found out that Taylor Swift was selling a lavender haze candle, and I bought it, and I'm not gonna get it until the new year, but that was my birthday gift from back in October. I also get reels of people making pretty things. I love watching people like paint and craft things and do like scrapbooking and make pretty notes. That's actually where I got the idea to make my own. But yeah, those are all the things that bring me joy, just little things that I take the time to notice throughout the day that normally don't take up much of my day. I think the most extensive thing was like running and stretching, but really in the grand scheme of at least my day, they don't take that much time. But then again, I'm a full-time college student and I basically stay at home most of the week. But I really hoped you enjoyed this. I hope this helped you to focus more on the little things in your life that can bring you joy, and I hope that you're able to really take notice of these things and it's able to make a difference in your life, because it really made a difference in mine when I started doing this more often. I hope you have a nice day. Stay smart, stay well, work hard. Bye.